You think you know Marilyn Monroe, don't you? You've seen the photos, the films, heard the whispers. But what if I told you the true story of her final days in 1962 is far more twisted, more heartbreaking, and more sinister than any Hollywood script could ever dream up? Because it wasn't just a sad ending to a beautiful life. It was a desperate, chaotic final act, brimming with secrets and warnings that we, the public, were never meant to fully grasp. Imagine her, not the vibrant starlet of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes or the playful ingenue of Some Like It Hot, but a woman teetering on the precipice, consumed by a cocktail of ambition, vulnerability, and a crushing sense of isolation. You see, the Hollywood machine that built her also began to dismantle her, piece by agonizing piece. Her final film, Something's Got to Give, was a disaster from the start, a train wreck of missed appointments, alleged feuds, and a studio 20th Century Fox that was ready to cut its losses. They fired her. Can you believe it? The biggest star in the world, unceremoniously dumped, and you have to wonder, what truly pushed them to that point? Was it just her erratic behavior, or was there something else at play, something darker lurking in the shadows of those opulent studios? You remember the stories, right? The incessant demands, the late arrivals, the seemingly fragile mental state. But look closer, and you'll see a woman, perhaps, desperately trying to regain some semblance of control in a world that had always dictated her every move, her every breath. The studio, it was a beast, always demanding, always consuming. And for Marilyn, who often felt like a commodity, it must have been stifling. She was always trying to prove herself, fighting for better roles, for respect, for something beyond just being a pretty face. Then there's the undeniable, explosive truth about her tangled relationships with the powerful Kennedy brothers, John F. and Bobby. You can practically feel the tension, the danger, radiating from those late-night calls, the hushed meetings. The rumors, the whispers of affairs, weren't just idle gossip. They were a ticking time bomb, a dangerous game played at the highest echelons of power. Think about it. The President of the United States and his brother, both allegedly entangled with the world's most famous sex symbol. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a national security nightmare, a potential leak that could have brought down empires. You have to ask yourself, how much did she truly know? What secrets did she hold, inadvertently or otherwise, that made her a liability? The chilling idea that her death was not merely an overdose, but something far more deliberate, far more orchestrated, has haunted generations of truth seekers. It's not a conspiracy theory if you consider the immense power wielded by those men and the lengths they would go to protect their image, their legacy. The way she was discarded, after all the promises, after all the intimate moments, it screams of something deeply unsettling. She was a woman who spoke her mind, who felt deeply, and perhaps she knew too much. And what about her increasingly volatile reliance on sedatives and the ever-present circle of doctors and handlers who seemed to control her very existence? You see, the pressures of fame, the constant scrutiny, the endless demands on her time and emotions, they took their toll. She was a fragile soul, battling inner demons that Hollywood's brightest lights couldn't banish. Dr. Ralph Greenson, her psychiatrist, and Eunice Murray, her housekeeper, were the last people to see her alive. Yet their accounts, when scrutinized, leave a lingering sense of unease. Why were the details so murky? Why did the stories shift? You have to wonder about the extent of their involvement, not necessarily in a malicious way, but in enabling a downward spiral that led to such a tragic conclusion. Was she being truly cared for, or was she being managed, kept pliable, perhaps even silenced? The pills, they were a crutch, but also a dangerous tool, easily manipulated. Think about the pervasive culture of prescription drug use in Hollywood back then. A quick fix for anxiety, for sleeplessness, for anything that might impede the relentless production schedule. Marilyn was caught in that trap, a prisoner of her own anxieties and the supposed remedies that only made her more vulnerable. The final days, they were a blur of isolation, paranoia, and a desperate search for peace that never came. The official verdict was probable suicide. But for those of us who lived through those times, who saw the raw grief and the undeniable questions, that explanation never quite settled right. You see, the narrative was neat, tidy, designed to close the book on a messy chapter. But the loose ends, they still snag on the conscience, don't they? The missing phone records, the rushed autopsy, the immediate cremation. It all smells of a cover-up, a desperate attempt to erase any lingering evidence of something more nefarious. You can feel it, deep in your bones, that there's a piece of the puzzle still hidden, a truth obscured by the passage of time and the power of those who wish to keep it secret. Marilyn Monroe, the woman who epitomized Hollywood glamour, became its ultimate tragic figure, a victim of its insatiable appetite and the dark forces that lurked beneath its glittering surface. She left us with a warning, a chilling reminder of the price of fame and the dangerous secrets that can lie buried beneath the surface of seemingly perfect lives. It's a story that continues to haunt us, a testament to the fact that sometimes, the most beautiful things hold the most dangerous secrets. For more untold stories and trips down memory lane, make sure you follow. It's a story that continues to haunt us, a testament to the fact that sometimes, the most beautiful things hold the most dangerous secrets. For more untold stories and trips down memory lane, make sure you follow at Aging Gracefully 60. We'll be here, remembering the good old days, and uncovering the truths you thought you knew.